tool for you right now because there's people will be able to earn this trip. It's not like what's happening this year is people had to, they either purchase their way through onto this trip. And then if they didn't, and then you had the option to earn Success Club points. I should ask, can you guys hear me? Everyone can hear me? Okay. Or I'm just going to keep talking until Jackie comes. So we're waiting on Jackie, by the way, for any of you who just jumped on. We just got started. I'm just going over announcements and patiently waiting on Jackie. She is over in Russia, so I am not sure what's going on over there just yet, but we are patiently waiting on Jackie. So anyways, so about the cruise. So the cool thing that I'm really excited about is you have to earn this. If you don't get 10 Success Club points per quarter, you will get booted off this list because it's a trip to earn. There's nothing more what's the word? It's just really awesome to earn a trip. Some of you earned a trip to Utah this year, so you know like how cool it is to be able to earn something and be like, I earned that. And when you've earned a trip like Cancun and you're not on the waiting list to go, you are on the waiting list and you can't get off it to go, that can be a very frustrating thing because you worked really hard. So what they did this year was they adjusted to people really working hard. Obviously, the more points you have, the higher up on the list you go for Cancun. But with the cruise, you're going to have to earn points or you'll get dropped from the list. And I think you get your deposit back, if I heard that right. So when you're bringing on new coaches, you are able to really promote this vacation that they can earn because they have the, this is a prime time right now. It's a fresh new year. They have a chance to, earn Success Club, earn, this trip. And for those of you who want to go elite, this is a great way to get there. That was just truly how this whole business took off for me, was a trip like the cruise. I went to, where we go? We went to the Atlantis. And I remember sitting there and thinking, I have to get these points every single month. And I remember thinking, oh my God, this is going to be like really hard. And I'm like, well, what's the worst could happen? Like, why not give it a shot? So I got in there, and the first month I hit 7 Success Club points. And I blew my own mind. I had leads, I had hit emerald. I didn't even know what these leads were because I had a coach who didn't really explain much to me. She just kind of was like, there's your back office. She never explained Success Club to me. And so like I told her, I'm like, hey, you earned 2 points off me because I bought whatever I bought back in the day. It wasn't a challenge pack. So I really learned my way through this. And that trip was such a motivator. And some of you are like, nah, I'm not motivated by it. But some of you, this is going to drive you and it is going to blow up your business because you have to earn every month Success Club. And Success Club is the key component to growing your business. If you've been following the videos that I've created, you know that you need to start with adding lots of free content and free value through your postings, through talking to people, and through your free groups. And of course, you can always come up with free PDF type of stuff if you want to get fancy to add more value to your clients' lives. Another tip is if they say no to the challenge that you've invited them to, I would encourage you to bring them into a free group of some sort where you can keep them motivated and keep adding value to them, because with time they will decide, okay, I'm ready, because they'll trust you. And then I also wanted to address that, who were we talking to today? And they said, each point equals a life that's been and is on its way to being changed. Each point you get equals a life that is going to get healthier, that now has one of the, the top healthiest shake in the world. And people struggle with nutrition. There's the people who are over here on this spectrum of whole foods, organic, purely clean, like over here, no chemicals, nothing, like you are perfectly set over here. And then there's the spectrum of McDonald's, Burger King, pizza, frozen pizzas, and they are totally they're just over here slowly needing to learn about nutrition. So if you're over here on this spectrum of whole food, organic, that means you are, Shakeology makes sense to you. Over here, it's like baby stepping your way into eating a cleaner lifestyle. In my opinion, I don't think a person who's coming off of, the Burger King and the really fatty foods, processed, I don't think it's going to be that easy for them to flip to, the perfect nutrition or whatever you want to call it, like the clean, organic, everything. I think it's baby stepping them. So with Shakeology, it is a way to baby step them. It is, of course, it's a seller, a very attractive piece to your organic, loving, whole food eating, because they see it and they see what's in it and they get it. But the person over on this spectrum who's still like figuring it out and trying to, get moved from those hamburgers and the fries, and they're not going to just, you know what I mean? Hopefully you know what I mean. So when we talk about Success Club, their lives that you're affecting, that you're changing slowly, baby stepping them into more energy. I had someone tell me the other day, I stopped drinking my Shakeology and I feel horrible. And this girl right here missed 2 days over the New Year's because I just flaked, which is dumb, but I've totally flaked. I am sicker than sick. Well, I'm better now, but I was like so sick, and I'm like, idiot, why did you miss it? So, it's so much more, again, than just the protein shake. Right now I have a girl telling me about her protein shake, and I was just like, that's awesome. I'm glad you like it, right? I'm not ready to go there yet. I'm just getting to know her and all that stuff. So when you guys think about your Success Club, really think about like you're changing lives. You are 1 point, 2 points equals one life change. So the mission of our team is to help change 3 lives a month. 2, 4, 6. I could choose 6 points. But let me tell you, I would love to challenge you to, when you've hit that 6 points, or where's my calendar? Let's say, here we go. Let's say it's, and for those of you just coming on, we're waiting on Jackie, so I'm just talking. Let's say that it is January 12th, this weekend, and you've hit 6 points, and you're like, I'm good for the month. No. This is a brand new year. It's a brand new you. If you are absolutely determined to make your business grow, you go all the way to January, was it 31st? My calendar's a little wonky. Yeah, January 31st, you go all the way and you let everybody order all the way up until there. There are plenty of people out there for you to reach, especially with the new system I've taught you. There are plenty. They are not all going to be saying yes right away. If you haven't already noticed, some are and some are not. But you are going to make friends with these people. You are going to have a whole list of new names to talk to that you're going to influence through your free groups, through your, accountability, whatever you're doing. So one thing is for sure, when you hit Success Club 5 or 6 or whatever, and it's like mid-month, don't start prepping for the next month. But in the last video I made, I talked about there's this cycle that kind of continues to go. And this is how it works. It's always funneling in new people. Okay. Those of the new people that you funneled in perhaps last month or a couple weeks ago are people you're inviting. Okay. So you're funneling in new, you're inviting kind of I already got to know them, or maybe there's someone who jumped on a post that was very direct. I'm looking for 10 people to lose weight, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And of course, in the process of that, it moves into a coaching. The minute you stop adding, so like, I think a lot of people get really comfortable. They'll hit Success Club 6 or 7, and they'll be so stoked, and they're like, I'm working on February. What I did this year was I kept adding new friends in different arenas, Instagram, Facebook. So every month, like, every day counted for me. Like, every day I showed up and I'm like, how cool would it be to sell another pack today? How cool would it be to get another coach today? Who else can I help? Who can I look to talk to? Like, how cool would it be to do this? And I hit over 10 points every month. And that means I impacted, I don't know, like 5 at the minimum a month of people. And then I looked also at a recruiting aspect of, a coach doesn't always have to equal a point. A coach may be someone who can only afford the $39.95, and that's okay. Do we encourage the challenge pack? Absolutely, because it's harder to make them active, and at the end of the day, they might as well pay $140 and sign up. So I just wanted to kind of address that, and I'm trying to remember where I heard this today. Oh, it was on The Surge. I didn't hear it today. I heard it last night. Mindy Linder was on The Surge, and she said, each point counts as a life you've changed. And she said, I can't imagine where my life would be today if Janelle wouldn't have asked me about coaching. So you look at someone like that and you think about, like, she says she's a superstar diamond at this point. She says, I think she was making like $18,000 a year, working 40 hours a week, away from her kiddos, very miserable, struggling so bad to feed her family, pay the bills. She has a success story on YouTube with the full details. And she was using TurboJam, to get back in shape. Now, she already had TurboJam, so it wasn't like she was a sale to Janelle. She was just somebody Janelle was helping. And Janelle was like, hey, I'm looking for coaches, join my team. And she was like, what's this coaching thing? So she told her. And so that just changed her life. She's obviously a rock star coach. She's built a dream home up in the UP of Michigan. She has 2 children she's home with, and she is completely debt free. That being said, I like to look at this business and I'm like, how can I not tell everyone about what this has done? And you think about like that. So I don't want you to be in fear inviting people or thinking, what are they going to think? What are they going to think of me? Or what are they going to say? Or what if they delete me or whatever? Like, I don't want you to be in that fear. I want you to be in the confidence of, this business has changed so many lives. There's 199 elite coaches this year. That's a big deal. It's, I think, the biggest number ever. And that's a big deal because that means they've affected a lot of lives. And those guys had somebody reach out to them. And you guys know people, and you have an influence around specific people that I cannot reach, and that your coaches cannot reach, and that, Jackie cannot reach. Like, there are people we cannot reach who deserve this opportunity. They are influenced by you, which is why there's no competition in this, because certain people, like, you get to pick who you want to work with. Positive, uplifting, energetic. There's so many people who have come into this and just from a mental state are like, this is so awesome because I just love being around you guys. Are so positive. I'm sure you guys understand, like, you take a step out into the world, Lord knows I take a step out into the world and it'll be like negative stuff that comes around, or like you'll see the news or whatever. And it's like, oh, just get me back to my team. Get me back to helping people. It's so much more fulfilling. So we're still waiting on Jackie, so I'm going to keep talking. I think what I'll do is we could talk a little bit about goals. So I really want you to really think about your goals. I want you to do the 30-day push if you haven't, because that teaches you how to reverse engineer that goal. For example, I want to pay off my $15,000 whatever, student loan or whatever, right? So, and I want to pay it off by X date, right? So you would pull out your your calculator, and, $15,000 divided by 12, I would have to pay $1,250 a month for the next 12 months, and I would be done of that loan. So if you're trying to break down some debt you're trying to pay off, I don't want to just see, I want to pay off debt. I want specifics. I need you to get specific. The more specific, the better. Danny Johnson will tell you nothing. Oh, where's my Danny Johnson people? Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. Nothing becomes dynamic until it becomes specific. So today I was talking to my business coach who's going to chat with us coming down the road. And I'm like, I was naming off my goals that I've been writing out. And she made me throw down a date at her. Like, I want you to hit this on this date. And I was like, okay. Like, I wanted to throw up. And that's a good thing, because I'm shooting for a moon, right? And if I don't hit that moon, I'm going to land on the star. So I'm going to land higher. So you guys got to shoot really high and, break it down so you understand what baby steps you need to do to hit these goals. If you're just throwing spaghetti against the wall, like swing, swing. It's not going to happen. And so it's really important. Like, if you want to, I'm looking at my dream board. So I want a pool in our yard. We're in Arizona. It's 70 degrees here. I'm in flip-flops. I want a pool. I did my research. I was told the pool was going to cost me $30,000. I would like to pay cash for that. I don't want to have to, do a loan or anything. So if I take $30,000 and I divide it by 12, let's say I'm going to save up for a year, I need to put $2,500 to a different bank account for 12 months, and I will have $30,000. Okay? So let's see. Oh, Jackie's on her way. She's coming. Okay. I'm going to finish up on goals and then she'll be on. All right. So I want to be a 5-star diamond coach. What the heck do I do? First of all, we set a date. And all of you want to be 5-star diamond coaches and you want to go to San Diego for leadership. You want to earn that free trip, which is the best trip ever outside of our vacation. Vacation is just vacation. And that's great, because who doesn't want a free vacation? Seriously, they're so much fun. But leadership is the best freaking event, and you can earn that bad boy. And if you're elite, you get like super cool little gifts, and you get front row seating with a table to take your notes, and like they spoil you. You need to be a 5-star by qualifying by July 31st. 2015. So what do you need to do? Well, those of you who are already a diamond coach, you could sit there and try and, lead your team's horses to water, right? And try and get them to drink, which is partially what you want to do. You want to lead them, but you also want to bring in new people, and you want to teach them the system. I am a 3-time elite coach, not officially. I'm waiting for a call, which may come right now. They're still doing calls. And I know all my numbers are in those. But what I can tell you is this system works. I've figured out how to teach it to you. I've also figured out a way through Shalene's marketing impact program and through just studying some other stuff that, like, these ads are killer and they work. And if you don't have time to waste and you need to just find people, you use the ads, and you target exactly what you want. Okay? There's not much more to it. Do I encourage you to create a page with your name on it? Yes, because it's a little bit more challenging for them to be like, who is this person running this ad? I would encourage you to just have it be, XYZ Fitness or Lindsay. I just use my name. I brand myself because you are you, and people are going to be attracted to you. Mess around with other pages if you want and just kind of see what works best for you, because I do know some coaches have used like their team name, some of them, and that may or may not work. So anyway, so just to lay it out there, like, it is so easy to achieve your goals. You just have to reverse engineer. So 30daypush.com, figure out what your push goal is, and then dump it out. And I dumped a bunch of stuff. So I decided my push goal was to help 5 coaches go elite this year. And I dumped a bunch of stuff out of my brain on how do I do that. Where's my goals at? I'm not 100% organized over here. They're probably in this notebook. So I was writing these. Oh, here we go. Okay. So what do I need to do? So I need to continue to add to my team, my personal team. I need to personally keep recruiting. I have a goal every month of how many coaches I want to add to the team. Where do I get those guys? I go to my challengers who are getting results right now, and I go and I find out, like, has anyone noticed your results? How's it going? Do you love Shakeology? Of course, because we're staying in touch with them, right? We're not just throwing them to the challenge group and leaving them. We're checking in with them, and I check in with them on Mondays and Fridays. Fridays are a weekday because it's the weekend, and people are getting tempted. So it's a weekday for me to get in there and be like, don't quit, keep going. And Mondays are a fresh start to the week, and it's to be like, how was your weekend? How'd everything go? You ready for a new week? Okay, so it's always adding to my team. It's always going back to my challengers, or it's me talking about what Beachbody has done for me on social media and people attracted to that. Hal made a post about me the other day, and it attracted people. Like, your husband, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm interested. And that looks really cool. And it's stuff like, it bits and pieces of your story and what Beachbody has done to change you. Small. It doesn't have to be elite. It doesn't have to be about a house. It doesn't have to be, I'm paying $30,000 for a pool and cash. No. Small. It could be, I paid an electric bill. It could be, it paid my groceries. Michelle Tooley posted today, and I think Michelle just joined. I don't know if she's on here or not, but Michelle Tooley said, I paid off 4 credit cards today. And if she would have said, she said that, and I'm not sure the connection to it all, because she tagged me in it, and I haven't, I think it just said I paid off 4 credit cards. But, that's a very attractive thing to people who are struggling financially. So to get to these 5 elite coaches, I need to make sure I have a system in place so you guys can take that system and you can pass it on to your coaches and your new coaches, and you can confidently bring in a coach and say, you will succeed in this business. We have an elite training system. We have a 3-time elite who's like, we've worked together, especially the diamond coaches who've worked together with me on these systems. We've worked together on this. We've built this together. We have a great training system in place to help you succeed. You just have to plug into the system, and you just have to do it. And a big part of that system is the 3 vital behaviors: personal development, proof the product works, work on yourself. And that's just, and then I wrote down, like, who can I help get to diamond this year, right? So if you're trying to get to MultiStar Diamond, I wrote down a handful of names of people that are almost diamond, people who want to be diamond, because I've been going around asking, like, what are your 2015 goals? What do you want to do this year? Like stuff like that. So I encourage you to go through the 30-day push, put a date to your stuff. Don't be afraid of it. It's okay if you don't hit it. I've set so many goals and fallen short, but I've still grown. And my business coach stretched me to very uncomfortable goals. Like they make me like I know I need to get to work. You know, and like she wants me, I want to go for the top 100 this year in the company. Our team was number 50 in 2012. And I'm like, I could do that again. And I don't remember exactly how I did it, but I need to figure that out. And I went back to my elite training. I was like, oh yeah, this is what I did. And this is how the team did. And then I said, so I want to be in the top 100. She said, no, let's go for the top 25. And I'm like, oh, okay. So like, I understand, like, you're like, oh my God, but I want you to take your goals, your 5-star, those of you who want to be 5-star, July 31st is your date to qualify at the latest, which means you need to be qualifying 2-star soon, especially if this quarter you'd like to get the quarterly bonus. Like, you want to start qualifying, which means you need to help 2 coaches get to Diamond or build a spouse, which means you have a double income, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. So anyways, let's transition and let this guest speaker talk. She's now here. She got up all the way from Russia. She has built this business from Ukraine. Last year, she started in the Ukraine. She was pregnant. You know, she was like, I don't know what time it is in the Ukraine. She'd be showing up at like 4 a.m. for meetings. Talk about someone who's plugged in. 4 a.m. she's up. She is up right now. It's 5 a.m. She is a Success Club All-Star, which is super cool. She is a Star Diamond coach now. She was in a creepy hospital. That's right. She got stuck in a creepy hospital. She'll probably tell you a little bit about that. She is, what else do I want to say about Jackie? She's a Star Diamond coach. She had many elite points this year. She was very close to the premier, which was pretty awesome for her. And so she knows what she's doing, and she's amazing. And her team is amazing. And I do want to say something else. Oh, she signed the first coach in 2015. The first person to sign a coach to our team was Jackie. So with that being said, I'm going to let her give you her little, you know, whatever she wants to share, tips on starting your 2015 strong. Let me hand this over to you, Jackie. It's 5 a.m., guys, so bear with her. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay, go for it. I think we can hear you. Try and talk.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear me. Kelsey can
yes. I'm here, girl. I got you.
Are you trying to talk?
Oh my gosh. Okay. You guys, I'm so sorry. I totally overslept. It
says you're not muted.
Ooh. And I have an 8-month-old, so man.
Can you guys hear her?
Kelsey said she can hear me.
I can.
I can't hear her.
I can hear.
Oh, good. Okay. Got it. Sorry.
I can.
Okay, we're good.
I think everybody can. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm Jackie. Hi. Excuse the really gorgeous curtains behind me. I'm in Russia right now, and they have really, really nice taste in decor here, so it's really fun. But if you guys don't know anything about me, I kind of started my fitness journey a long time ago. I was a college athlete, and by all means, I was fit for, most of my life, but I ate really, really terrible, anything and everything. And I was thankful with, how active I was, that I didn't ever really have any weight issues or anything like that. But I kind of always wondered, why don't I have any energy? Why, is my skin breaking out all the time? Why am I not as fit as I should be with how active I am? And so 2 to 3 years ago, I pretty much totally changed my nutrition. I started doing research because I just didn't feel the best that I should. And I found clean eating, and I started doing it, and I was obsessed with it. And so I started telling everyone, all my family and friends, what I was doing. And I kind of became that go-to girl for health and nutrition. and I actually ended up losing like, I don't know, maybe like 10 pounds or 15 pounds that like I didn't even know that I even ever needed to lose. Because I thought, you know, like, oh, I'm healthy because I'm an athlete, which was not the case. So pretty much after my husband and I got married, if you guys don't know, he plays professional basketball. He's been playing for about 7 years now, and so we kind of travel all over the world for wherever his job is. We pretty much moved overseas like right after we got married, and after that, like I tried lots of different options as far as like careers go, and I couldn't really figure anything out that I could do. Being overseas and traveling back and forth with our lifestyle was just really hard. I knew I kind of wanted to do something involved in health and fitness, but there weren't a whole ton of options when we were living in Ukraine and Russia and Bulgaria and Czech Republic. Like, we lived in so many random places. So about a year and a half ago, I got connected on this Facebook page for Basketball Wise. And I don't know if Natania's on here. She's my coach. But there was a bunch of threads on there about like all these women who were working from home. And this one girl, Natania, had posted about how she was a fitness coach from home. And I was like, what? What is that? And so I messaged her about it. And I was like, hey, what is this coaching from home thing? Like, you know, I've been a volleyball coach for a bunch of years, and I was always into sports and fitness and stuff. So I was like, I wonder what this is. So I messaged her about it, and I asked her about it. She told me all about Beachbody Coaching. And, you know, pretty much at first I was just like everybody else. I was like, I don't know about this. Seems kind of sketchy or something. But then when I found out I was pregnant last year, and I decided to move overseas to Ukraine with my husband, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to give this thing a go. I'm going to try it because I don't really know what it's about, but it could be something good. So basically I saw the opportunity, and once I got in and realized that it could provide some financial freedom for our family, I really quickly became a business builder in the company. But at the beginning, I had some serious like confidence issues. And so, you know, the idea for me of launching a business to all my friends and family and like telling everyone about what I was doing and selling friends and family like challenge packs and stuff, I was like, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I cannot fail. And I'm like a very competitive person. So for me, like failing would have been the worst possible thing in the planet. So I really quickly like got connected, and I started, you know, just chatting with other coaches, and I got inspired. And so I was able to build to Diamond pretty quickly. But then after I hit Diamond, I pretty much stalled. My business pretty much stalled. So I was in Ukraine, and I got to Diamond because basically I set a date, and I was talking to Lindsay. We had a team cup in February, and I was talking to her, and she was like, Diamond is so easy. Diamond is so easy. And like, I'm a new coach thinking, she's crazy, but okay. So basically I set that date in February to hit Diamond, and I was like, you know what, if somebody else can do this, I can do it too. And I did it. But then after that, like, my business it stalled for the most part. I didn't really know what else to do after I hit Diamond. And so I had my baby in April, and that was like a big eye-opener because I was like, now I have to figure out how to be a mom, and I have to figure out how to be a Beachbody coach, because this is, I mean, you know, I had no idea what I was doing as a mom from the beginning. So Lindsay kind of helped me a little bit with that, and then I drew inspiration just from other coaches. I was like, there's so many other moms doing this, and, you know, I can do it too. So then I went to Summit in June, and that was probably the biggest eye-opener for me, because I was able to get so much amazing training from other coaches who were parents, and they were doing the same things we were doing, or that I was doing. And I realized some things that I wasn't doing in my business to push me forward to become a Star Diamond coach. So I started following other top coaches to see what they were doing, and that is something that really helped me, like, kind of, I don't know, in a way, like, revamp my business. So I just want to look at my notes to make sure I don't forget what I want to talk about. Oh yeah, so I realized that I wasn't really treating my business like a real business. I went to a workshop called that. It was called this was at Summit. It was called is this a hobby or is it a career? And I realized, like, I was doing a lot of the hobby things and I wasn't doing a lot of the career things. When I wanted what I wanted from this opportunity was a full-time income eventually, and I wanted to become a Star Diamond coach, but I wasn't treating it like I was, a Star Diamond coach. And so I started just being more confident in the way I was posting and being more confident in the way I talk to people. And I started attracting more confident coaches, more excited people, and I started posting like I was already a Star Diamond coach because I had it in my mind, I am going to be a Star Diamond coach, so I need to act like I'm a Star Diamond coach right now. And I started posting like I was myself, or like I was talking to myself. That was one of the things we learned also in the summit training, was post when you're talking to people about and you're posting on Facebook or wherever you're posting, talk like you're talking to yourself, because you are your best coach. You are the kind of person that you want to attract. So that means you need to start acting like the coach that you want on your team. And that's what I started doing, and that's when my business kind of started to change. And that is also when, during that time, I hit SC20 in July because we had a team cup. So I was excited about that. And then in August, I signed 6 coaches, which I had never done before. I had been kind of signing one coach here, one coach there. I signed 6 coaches in August, and one of them was Erin, who is on the call, and she is my diamond coach, and she is amazing. And Erin was actually one of my past challengers, and I don't know if you guys watched, she just made a video recently about how she got involved with the business. I love you too. And she was actually one of my past challengers who I had introduced to the business a long time ago, but it was almost more, I almost introduced her more just for the discount, but she had just kind of been blowing me off, basically. I knew she was doing the challenges and she liked them, but she didn't really seem interested in, the business, or she didn't even really seem that interested in getting the discount when she was getting Shakeology every single month. So I was like, okay, this is whatever, she doesn't want to save money. But I just kept talking to her, and eventually, she saw me, starting to post stuff, and she approached me about it. Probably, I don't know, maybe 6 months after she had been in my challenge, 5 or 6 months after. So anyways, that being said, I was just persistent, and I was consistent with her, and I was consistent with other people that I had been talking to for the past 6 months, and they saw me posting, and they saw consistency in what I was doing, and they wanted to know more about it. So, and this all the while, I remember even before Summit, I remember wanting to, I never told Lindsay this because she had come and given me a baby gift, because Lindsay lives really close to me in Arizona. But I remember wanting to just quit being a coach, because I was I can't do this, I can't be a mom, I can't be a coach and give it my all. I was losing my challengers even because I just didn't have the time or the energy with having a 4-week-old to do this business. And so I remember thinking I should just quit, this isn't gonna work. And going to Summit totally changed that for me. So if you guys, that would be my biggest tip. If there's any way you can get to Summit, go to Summit, because it'll completely change your business. So when Erin got involved in this business, I realized that she was she just had a passion for it that I had, and so I kind of just ran with her, and I showed her what I did to get to Diamond, and I plugged her into Coach Basics, and I encouraged her, and honestly, she did the rest from there, and she is pretty much a rock star. So I'm so thankful that I was able to meet her and get her into the business, because she's done an amazing job. And I think a lot of that has to do with me just putting forth confidence in my own business to find people who are, just as confident as I was and wanted to kind of roll with it with me. So I'm going to give you guys a few tips for the new year. That was kind of what this whole call was about. Erin is the bestest. He is so cool. Okay, so the 21-day fix is huge right now, and it's been huge. It launched last February, and it completely, that's when I went Diamond. That's probably the reason I went Diamond, was because of the 21-day fix. That's why I continue to recruit coaches, because of the 21-day fix. So if you haven't set a date already for your 21-day fix challenge group, I would set a date now, and I would start inviting people to join your challenge group. Follow up with everybody who gave you the excuse last month that, oh, I don't want to start until after the holidays, because I got a ton of those last month. And let them know you have a new group starting. I would follow up with all the people who gave you a price objection in the past few months because it's on sale, and let them know it's discounted. And then something that I'm also doing is I'm going to send out a mass email to all my customers, which you can do in your back office. You can send a bulk email to all your customers and just let them know about, just kind of let them know what you're doing this month. You have a challenge group going on. Talk about the 21-day fix. You can share some results of other coaches that have done the 21-day fix. And just let them know the current promotions that are going on and basically what you have to offer this month. Another thing that I did when I was actually trying to go, well, I've done this twice now. I did it when I was trying to go to Diamond, and then I did it over the summer as well. But I also, in an email, a promotional email that I sent out to my customers, I just told them, you can save an extra 25% if you sign up to become a preferred customer, or you can even make an additional income by signing up as a coach, as well as saving 25%. So it's just kind of letting them know that option is there for them. And another thing I would suggest doing is what I like to do, especially towards the end of the month, is offering an incentive for the first 5 people that order a challenge pack. You'll give them gift card, and it's really just a little investment into your business. You could give them a $10 or $20 gift card to wherever, and it just kind of prompts them to actually order, which is nice. And you'll make that money back, obviously, in one challenge pack. So, okay, my second tip is to brand yourself in your business and to lead by example. So remember, with our businesses, Beachbody isn't the brand that you're promoting. You're the brand that you're promoting. It's not the 21-day fix that you want to promote, it's you. So if you're a coach that wants to build outside of your warm market, then it really, your business can't be based around Beachbody. And that's something that I've learned in the past, probably 6 or 7 months. There's over 200,000 Beachbody coaches. So you have to kind of think about why would somebody who doesn't know you at all, why would they want to order, be in your challenge group, or why would they want to order a product through you? And it's because they can relate to you, or, there's some reason that they're connected to you in some way and they like you and they want you to work with them to help them get healthier. So, think about the content that you're sharing and brand yourself. Think about things that relate to you and add value to people's lives, because you're the brand, it's not Beachbody. So things that you'd want to share are, instead of a promotional flyer that Beachbody has of the 21-day fix, you'd want to share, yourself using the containers, or yourself like doing the 21-day fix workouts, or if you're doing Insanity Max 30, sharing, I maxed out, or like what you're doing with the nutrition plan. Talk about the nutrition plan and show yourself like with whatever healthy meal that you just created that looks amazing. So share yourself, don't share the actual Beachbody brand. Another thing is, if you don't have results already from the 21-day fix, it's a good time to do it, because you can get results in 3 weeks. And you can also share if you do have results, you can automatically share your transformation photos. You can share transformation photos of your fellow coaches or challengers, that, if you ask permission to do that. But basically, all in all, don't like go out and just post Beachbody like salesy stuff, because that's usually what turns people away. People want to see you in the picture, and they want you to be real, and they don't want you to be trying to sell them anything. So just share what you're doing and don't sell. What else? Oh, stay consistent and make sure that you're leading by example as well. So like I said, like make sure you're using the products yourself, and prove to everybody that they actually do work day in and day out, and that means being consistent with them yourself. All right, the next tip I have is to share value of the products. So like sharing about, posting about how Shakeology has helped you in your life. Sharing about why you like working out from home. Like, what do you like about Insanity Max 30 if that's your workout? The workouts are short and they're fun and they're intense, and I don't even have to go outside in the below freezing or below, it's like supposed to be -2 here tomorrow, which is like scary, and I don't even want to leave the house. So that's what I like about it. Share about how being in an online accountability group has helped you, stay consistent with your goals and stay on track with your fitness. Another thing I like to do is share like the successes that my challengers are having. So like if somebody tells me like, I lost 2 pounds yesterday, I'm going to post about that, because that's exciting. I'm going to ask their permission to, tag them in it. And usually they'll be okay with it, but let them know, like, can I share that on Facebook? And if you start doing that consistently, people start to see like, okay, whatever she's doing, it's working for people, and then you'll get more people just coming to you from your personal Facebook page. Share the value of Shakeology as well. So I think a big thing for me is being able to handle the whole like Shakeology price objection with ease. And when I was a new coach, like I had no idea how to handle that, because it's a tough one. Like, how do you come over the price? But when you yourself like realize like what the real value of Shakeology is, it's very easy to like just talk to people about it. And the more confidence that you have in the product, the more success you'll kind of have with it. But what I like to do is when I lay out the whole value of a challenge pack, or if somebody gives me a Shakeology price objection, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I say. I posted it in Team Smash, but basically like I'm laying out the whole value of a challenge pack, and I'll say the package that includes, the workout DVDs, the meal plan, and 30 meals worth of shakes is discounted to whatever price, $140 for the 21-day fix. And I'll tell them exactly like the shake will replace 1 meal a day, which is about $4 a meal. So you'll just be reallocating money you're already spending on groceries. And that's kind of how I like to make sure they know, like beforehand, you're not spending any extra money. You're spending $4, like less than $4 on a meal for an entire month. And I get a lot less objections on the back end when I just tell them that up front. So that's just a tip for you guys, to just really lay out the value of what Shakeology is, and that it's a complete meal replacement, and it's actually going to save them money. tip number 4 is to start getting uncomfortable. And by that, I mean get uncomfortable as far as inviting people, as far as posting on Facebook. Like, get uncomfortable and start sharing yourself with people, with not just people, but literally the whole Facebook world. Be really like confident in what you're doing with this business and with the products to just share it openly with people. Share, why you got involved with this business, share your story, and really like dig deep and be vulnerable, and don't be afraid to do that. Like, there's still tons of moments where I'm like, I type something out that I want to post on Facebook, and I literally like have to close my eyes and like hit like post, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what people are going to think when I post this. Like, they're probably going to, who knows, like all these thoughts go through your head, because you have to really like get uncomfortable. And like the biggest thing that I've learned is being uncomfortable in this business is a good thing. Like, it means you're just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, and you're improving your business, and you're letting people get to know you. People really like vulnerability. Like, even think about like the things that you're attracted to, with that people post, like when they dig deep and they're like telling you like their life story. I mean, that's something I'm always interested in. I'm like, oh, tell me more. Like, I want to know more about their life. Like, people like the drama, they like interest. So when you're vulnerable, they can see that you're a real person, and that whatever your values are, like, they can get to know you. So I really encourage you guys to like get out there this week and like just share your story with people, and like kind of dig deep and let them get to know you in a way that they probably haven't before. That's another reason why my business really moved forward, because I started doing that in August. I started doing that because I saw other coaches doing that, and I was like, okay, this is what needs to be done. I have to like get real with people. And like for me, that was really hard, because I mean, if most of you know me, like I'm not like an outgoing person. I don't just share with people that I don't know. And so that was really hard for me to do. I've always been like more or less like of a private person, and so I had tons of reservations about doing this, but ever since I've done it, like it's completely changed my business. So just start sharing your story and be uncomfortable, and it's okay. Like, know that it's okay and that we're all doing it. Okay. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to say about that too is when you do that kind of stuff and you invite people and it makes you uncomfortable, like I still get uncomfortable inviting people. I still get uncomfortable posting. But the thing I try to remember in my head is like, okay, think about the number of lives that could potentially like not be affected by you, or like think about, who like would never, who will never lose weight if you don't help them, who will never get out of debt if you don't help them, or if you don't at least put the opportunity in front of them. Think about that. What happens if you don't act, as opposed to the people that could, I don't know, think you're weird for posting that, or think something anything, whatever, the naysayers would say about you for posting something or for inviting them. Like, don't think about that. Think about what couldn't happen if you didn't post more about yourself or more about the business. So, just on that, like, what's more important? So my 5th tip is to take a little bit of time and invest in your business. And when I say invest, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to like invest tons of money or anything like that. Like, I didn't invest any money in my business for most of the business. But if you are a serious business builder, it'll help move your business along faster. So what I would do is set a budget, big or small, and invest it in certain areas of your business, such as marketing, Facebook ads, or, and also on like personal development too. And use the system that Lindsay just set up for us for running Facebook ads and setting up your Facebook business page, because that's something that makes you, more legit, I think, as a coach. That's like a real business page, and investing into that is going to pay off, like, in the long run. Lindsay's she set up like 6 videos that are amazing, and it's pretty much foolproof system. So like, I highly recommend you guys, if you haven't watched those videos, like, watch those and start implementing them, because you really will get a return on your investment. If you're like in the business for the long haul, which if you're not, you should definitely commit to being in the business for the long haul, like right now, because it'll be the best decision that you ever make. And I really think that when you make that decision, that's kind of when like the magic starts to happen, and you can really like dig in and get into this business. Okay, so, and then going along with that kind of is just setting goals, and Lindsay already talked about this a little bit, but that's kind of my last tip, is just to set goals and start writing them down weekly. Like she talked about the 30-day push. I did that, and it was awesome. And it really just helps you like narrow down and figure out what your priorities are in your life and in your business, and figure out like, how to align your goals accordingly to what your priorities are. I would also recommend like setting specific dates for your goals. And just when you set that date, like Erin talks about in her video, like she set a date, like I'm going to be diamond by November 15th, and she was definitely diamond by November 15th. I forget the exact date, but it's like when you set like that date for yourself, it's always going to be like written down on paper, and you're like, okay, I have to do this. So set those dates, and like, I don't know, what I like to do is I set long-term goals and short-term goals. And so every, month I have like short-term goals that I'm trying to reach, and that's what I focus on. And I know like compounding over the 12 months, that eventually that's going to get me to, the bigger long-term goal. So just kind of figuring out the little things you need to do to be able to achieve that long-term goal is really important. And I think Lindsay said this already too, but like, don't be afraid to set big goals for yourself. Like, that's like a good thing for you to be able to dream and like have a vision for where you're going. I actually looked back at like an old email that I had sent to my coach about like my goals, and I said, I want to be diamond by Summit, and I want to be a Star Diamond coach by the end of the year. And that's what I had told her. And when I went diamond like really quickly, I totally changed my goals. I was like, oh, I can go way further than Star Diamond, which, a lot of people do. I probably could have if I really had set my mind to it, but I had totally gotten myself in a funk. So it didn't come anywhere close, obviously. But hey, I landed on Star Diamond, and that was my like ultimate goal. And so I think I was pretty proud of myself when I looked back at that. I was like, hey, I achieved my goal. But I set bigger goals for myself, and I landed on a smaller goal, is kind of my point. So like, don't be afraid to like set a huge goal for yourself. Because what's the worst that can happen is that you land a little bit, lower than that, and that's okay. Just having like an unshakable belief that you're going to get there is the most important thing. Because like, even though I changed my goals and I was like, oh, I can become a 5-star diamond coach, and I didn't get there, like, I know that someday I will, and that's still my goal. Like, I know that by the end of this year I'm going to be a 5-star diamond coach. That's my goal. Like, I have absolutely like no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen. So like, I think having that unshakable belief that you are going to get there, not will I get there, but yes, I'm going to get there, just when. So having that belief, I think, is really important. Does anybody have any questions?
Okay, I just want to say, like, while we wait for questions, I'm so happy that, like, you set that date for February and you just went after it. And I don't know if that's why I've had such an awesome time creating diamonds and helping some of you guys get there, is because I'm like, all right, like we're right here, like let's do this. It is important to set a date, because it actually makes you like jolt and work and like get to it, and you're not like, if it sticks, it sticks. Me, I would just love to, go on that cruise and maybe not pay for it. And I would love to see $2,000 a week and not have to stress. And yeah, that'd be nice. But no, like, we are proof like that if you just follow the direction and make it your own, of course, like talk to you all the time. Like this morning, I talked to me on Facebook. I don't know how much of a hit it was, but I worked out and I'm on like 2 or 3 hours of sleep, or 4 or something. I did not sleep. My kids were up last night. There has been some business thingies that were going on that kept me up very late. And between that and the twins, it was like, and then I was up early. And so I didn't really sleep, and I have been getting over this cold, and it was like, I don't want to work out. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, I'm going to sweat for the mom who doesn't want to, or who can't fit in the jeans, or who doesn't like the jeans on them right now. And then I'm going to talk to that mom, because I know what that's like. I don't know that everybody knows what that's like, but have you ever had a day where you go to put your jeans on and you're like, and you're like, I don't like how these fit right now. This is frustrating. And I was like, I'm going to sweat for that mom today, because I've been there and I've done that. And maybe that mom that like wants to be like, why do I have to be in this size? Why can't it be smaller? And so I spoke to that mom, and I'm like, I sweat for you today. I know what it's like. I've been there. Because right now, that's who I speak to. Like, that's a big part of my market. Yeah, a lot of them are twin moms. A lot of them have the disease I have. But I spoke to the moms, and I just said, like, I know how much this sucks. And I'm sweating for you today because you deserve this. I know how much time you have to pour into your kiddos. Believe me, I do it double time with the twins. Like, I get it. And there are many days where I'm like, I can't be Lindsay, and I lost Lindsay. Like, I have those days. I'm sure you all moms get it, where you're like, all I'm doing is taking care of these kids. Where am I? And so I just spoke to that today, because I felt like that. And it's just a part to a story of, I remember the jean thing where you're like, they're not buttoning like I want them to button. They're not smooth. Like, and I want to be a smaller size. I'm frustrated by it. It's just sharing you, and like my inbox has not stopped since I don't even know when, but it's just constantly going, and it is truly getting me very organized. So anyways, I just wanted to, tell you that that's just a big thing, like sharing you. And I love that she talked about the goals and hitting those goals. And that we did hit that topic tonight, and how you need to be so specific. You'd be shocked at being that specific will actually get you there. But you do need to put an action plan behind it, right? You need to brainstorm. So, yeah. Okay, we have questions now.
Okay. Can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Carrie said, were your friends and family supportive? My family, like my immediate family, well, my parents were supportive. My in-laws were supportive, but like my sister wasn't very supportive, still really, and she's like my best friend, so that was kind of hard. But and then a lot of my friends weren't really supportive. But yeah, I had like a huge fear that like my friends would get negative and start like being weird or acting different towards me, or defriend me or not like me and stuff. Like that was a huge fear at the beginning, but I kind of just got over it eventually, because I was like, screw them. If they don't like what I'm doing is like so awesome. And I had one friend who, when I first like talked to her about what I was doing, and I invited her to a challenge group. She was like, I just don't get what you're doing. Like, I don't get it. And that was the first time where I was like, am I doing something bad? Like, I didn't get it, like why people were being weird about it. And then she actually came around and she ended up buying a challenge pack for me, like, over the summer. And she was like, I think what you're doing is really cool. Because when people start, like, when you're consistent and they start to realize, like, you're just trying to, like, help inspire other people and help other people, usually they come around. I mean, there's always going to be people who don't get it, and that's okay. Like, those people, they're probably not, like, that great of friends anyway. Like, that's kind of how I figure. They're really going to be mean to you, so.
I got told that what I was doing was a scam by family in an email, and that it's going to be dangerous. And I got told, who else didn't trust? Yeah, I had a handful of family that was like, I got deleted by aunts and cousins. I got told that this was a scam and that I'm going to be screwed. And yeah, so
I mean, it happens.
Step back and listen.
There's going to be people that aren't supportive, and as long as you know, like, if you have a belief in what you're doing and you know you're doing it for the right reasons, and, like, there's no reason for anyone to think what I'm doing is bad. So in my opinion, if they really think that, then, I mean, too bad for them. But, like, I'm speaking my truth. Like, I'm doing what I know that I'm meant to do in this world, and I'm helping lots of people. So, I mean, that's okay. Like, if they're offended by it, that's okay. Like, they don't pay my bills, so I will live. Okay.
The opinions of others.
You just kind of have to, like, you kind of just put blinders on and you get over it, and you realize that you can't please everyone in the world, and that's hard for me because I'm, like, the biggest people pleaser on the planet. Like I really am. And so, like, getting over that was really hard, but I did. Okay, I'm losing all the questions. Hold on. Okay. Any tips for working the business while pregnant? I started my business pregnant, living in Ukraine. I knew absolutely not a single person in Ukraine until Kelsey came along. She's one of my coaches. And so being pregnant, I mean, that was, like, kind of one of my biggest objections to my coach, is, like, how can I be a coach if I'm pregnant? Like, I don't know if this is going to work. But it totally, like, all you have to do is go out and inspire people. Like, it doesn't matter if you're pregnant and you can't really do, like, all the workouts that everybody else is doing or post about them. You post about what you are doing. Like, I just went for a walk today and it feels amazing. Like, I started making the best friends, like, with other pregnant moms, and that kind of became, like, my niche. Like, I had lots of coaches come on board, and challengers come on, not challengers, because it was harder to get challengers that were pregnant, but coaches come on board that were pregnant, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. Like, I'm just inspiring others. So you can kind of, like, make that your niche. Like, pregnant moms can be your niche. That's who you market to. Like, there are pregnant moms that want to be healthy. So, like, talking about Shakeology is really big. Like, I talked a lot about how Shakeology really helped me during my pregnancy, like, overcome sickness and stuff like that. I really think it helped me with having better energy levels and stuff like that when I was pregnant, and I didn't have a whole lot of sickness. And, like, I attribute it all to Shakeology and eating clean. So talking about that while you're pregnant, there's lots of things you can do to stay healthy while you're pregnant if you're not doing Insanity Max 30. So there's lots of other options. Like, you could do PIO or something. Before you get too big that you can't bend over, at least. But, like, don't have any doubts. Just because you're pregnant, you can still do this business. That would be my biggest tip, is just you can still inspire people to be healthy. And kind of make that your niche. Just talk to other pregnant moms and see what they're doing.
Twins or a regular baby.
Okay.
A regular baby. I mean, a single baby.
My brother thinks this is a pyramid scheme. Okay. Any other questions?
I can't see if we have any other questions. Everyone's talking. Oh, here we go. There's one. Hold on. Let me see if there's anything else about that. When I get comments and likes on my like page, I message them, but it goes to their other folder, or I can spend $1 for it to go into their messages. What is your thought on that? I feel people are not getting my messages even when I comment in the post, and all the messages have been sent to check to your other folder.
I've never paid money to, I didn't even know that was an option. I just saw somebody post about that on our team page. I didn't even know that was an option. I think if you really wanted to get a hold of somebody and you really thought that like you could help them or that they would really want to join your challenge group, maybe do that. But there's a lot of people, like I'll post on their wall if they really aren't getting my messages and I see that they're not getting my messages, I'll ask them like, hey, what's your email or something like that, so I can, if there's another way to contact them. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's tons of people that have never seen my messages. I just kind of move on to the next. And hopefully, I'll message them up to 3 times. That's like the max. I won't message anybody. Like I won't follow up with anybody more than 3 times if they don't see my message or if they're ignoring me. So, I mean, I don't know. Like I don't think it's a bad thing to spend money on it if you can help them, but I mean, I haven't personally, so I can't really tell you. I might try that if there was somebody that I felt like I really wanted to reach, or, you know, somebody that had been talking to me for a while and was really interested, and then all of a sudden they like stop seeing my messages, because I know there are a lot of people that don't have the app on their phone, so that has become like an issue a little bit. But yeah, you could try that. I would just try posting on their wall first and see if they respond to that. Yeah, mention them in a comment and tell them to check their other folder. That's what I would do.
I will tell you one thing I noticed, and I'm running like 3 different ads, and I'm not telling you to do that. I would set a budget for what you want to do. I am testing stuff so I can come back to you and tell you what works. So I'm probably overspending right now, which is not, it is what it is. But I'm trying to figure out like what works best, what scripts work best in terms of like, honestly, right now I would 100% be focusing on the 21-day fix and nothing else, because Fix Extreme is coming and it is easy. It was 140. It's, and so I was testing. So I did the insanity post. I did a free clean eating one, which totally got lost. I can't even find it. Don't ask. And then I did a 21-day fix one, and I noticed that those who didn't get connected to me through the insanity post came back to the 21-day fix and were like, I'm trying to contact you. So you will find that the other thing I noticed, and I don't know how I feel about this yet, again, testing and figuring out, but I've noticed like a couple of these top 10 coaches who are brand new, the new announced, they post call to actions like 2 to 3 times a week. And I was like, through Instagram and through, the like page, and it works very well for them. And I was like, interesting. So I don't have a firm answer on that yet. I'm tweaking and testing and like throwing stuff out there. But I did notice that the very serious come at you and will keep coming at your page until they can get to you. And I would encourage you to study these profiles of people commenting and see, like, can you add them as a friend? Can you send them a friend request? Can you get them to message you in your like page folder at the least, so then you can start to be like, hey, let's connect, or let me get your email. Another thing is like, I'm going to test a post with my email and with the application in the post and just kind of see what happens from there. Just tweaking different ways to find if there's a best way, or if you just kind of have to switch it up. And like, it'll, and I'll just slowly add videos as I figure out what works next. I'm not going to give you something that's like floppy for me, so I just wanted to add that. And as for the $1, I do know people who've done it to connect. It's $1 if you get a challenge pack out of it, and you get $50. It's right off. I mean, it's $1. It's up to you. If you want to, like, I'm going to try $5 today and send 5 different other folder messages that will actually get to the people. I will say that was the key to, like, Facebook business, when I first started as a coach, I would give anything to get rid of that other folder that we can just get through people, because it'll blow up. So just keep at it. Don't give up on it. Don't get frustrated by it. Make a gut, like Jackie said, definitely make a gut choice. Like, yes, I want to pay to send this person a message, or I'm just going to add them as a friend, or whatever. So that's all.
Did anybody else have any other questions? Do I have a blog? I just set up a blog like a couple months ago, but I haven't done anything with it yet. That's kind of like one of my goals in the next couple of months, is I want to get that rolling and start posting stuff on there. But up until now, no. Just started it. So I pretty much just use Facebook and Instagram. It's pretty much all I use. I used to do Twitter a little bit, but I don't know. I didn't really like it that much. I know a lot of people, Chrissy loves Twitter. I don't love it. I prefer Instagram.
What I did was I mastered every social media, like one step at a time. And I'm just starting to get the Instagram thing together and generate people through Instagram, like attract in people, which is weird.
Do you link your Insta with your like page? I have it set like to where I can change it to both. So if it's like a personal picture, I try not to post a ton of personal pictures on my Instagram, because that's not really what you're supposed to do with Instagram. That's not what Shalene says, I guess. But if I do post a personal picture, like I can link it to my personal, or I can switch it back to my like page. I like to post things live, so like I'll post on Instagram, and then I'll post, it depends how much time I have. If I'm just sitting around and I want to post something, I'll post it on my Instagram, and then I'll post it live on Facebook on my like page too, because I think it's supposed to be, I don't know, it's supposed to get better, whatever, if you post it actually on Instagram, like you're supposed to get more affinity or something. So I'll do that if I have time. If I don't have time, I'll just link it to my like page or whatever and post it. If it's like a fitness post or picture, I'll link it to my like page. Yeah, I did Instagram Impact. It was really good. I still want to do more with Instagram. I would say 80% of my stuff is Facebook and 20% is Instagram. And I would like to do more with Instagram. So honestly, I'm still learning Instagram, but Instagram Impact was really, really helpful. There's a ton of awesome info that Shalene gives you. So I would recommend it.
Oh, and can I just say, total side note. So today they're doing all the calls for the elite coaches. And those of you who are questioning it and curious about it, can I just tell you, there's a girl who was not even thinking twice about it in June and hit it. Unbelievable. So you can do anything you put your mind to. It's not a fun day today when you're waiting on the call, though, let me tell you. But anyways, what I want to tell you is there's so many new people that hit elite, and I'm just completely mind blown. There's 200 coaches that hit elite this year, which is crazy. And they've been sharing stories and sharing how long it took them to hit 6-figure incomes and all these cool things. And it's just all I want to say is if you guys just put your mind to it and make a decision and just get to it, and take those small baby steps of the 3 vitals every day, that'll take you there. And yeah, it's not gonna be a complete smooth ride. Nothing in life is, right? I promise you will get there. And I promise you, if a 6-figure income is up your alley, is your thing, in 4 years at the longest, That is a very short time to get to a 6-figure income as opposed to your day job that keeps you at that capped level that maybe you go up a little bit, maybe go up a little bit more. But I had a $40,000 increase this year. That blows my mind. Like, I did the math and I was like, like, you would never get that at a day job. And I'm sitting here like helping people and having fun with the kids and stuff, you know? So I just want to add that to the end and just say, like, I don't know what's in your heart. I don't know what your purpose is necessarily. I don't know if this is a hobby. I don't know if this is a career for you. Some of you I do know, some of you I don't. But if this is a career, if you want that freedom, if you want to be home, if you want to, you know, help people get healthier and you want to make over $2,000 a week, just put your nose to the grind, is that the words? And honestly, I've given you a system where you don't have to be tied to the computer. You just run your ads properly and get to know those people, and all you have to do is spend time, you know, working. It brings them to you, so you're not stuck, like, you know, the groups and sure, you can still go in groups and find people as well. You can still go to Instagram, but I think this is a great way to generate more people, and you just pay Facebook to bring them to you, and you say exactly what you want. I want people who like, you know, whatever, XYZ, you list that out through how I taught you. So thank you for being on the call tonight, and Jackie for being up at 5 a.m. Craziness. So I don't know if anyone has any more questions, but I figure I'd let you all go and get on with your night. And I hope you guys have a great start to 2015. Don't let Success Club pass you up. Go get it this month. You can get it easily. Yes, I will post a recording as soon as I get it all up. Thank you so much, Jackie, and I'm excited to see you be an elite coach this year. All right.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night.